so we can continue. While I wait for all of you to join me, I'm going to share the link to my friends. Today on Facebook, I'm sharing my link on Facebook. So hold on, we're going to pick up soon. I just want to share the link to everyone who is, I don't know, the first time I'm sharing with you. Like I wanted to make this video like a video, normal video content, like posting it on my channel, but I feel like to be a blessing to whoever is available right now. So I want to share for ladies, especially 5 mistakes single ladies should avoid while in a dating relationship. You know, mistakes are inevitable. That's fine, that's perfect. But of course, we have to avoid some mistakes when we understand that they are existing. So, number one mistake to avoid, as in every single lady should avoid this mistake. Like when you are dating a guy, sometimes we will rush into some things that we don't know how they came about because we are not aware that they are existing. Like I see ladies make this mistake a lot of times, and I wouldn't want you to be part of it. That's why I'm bringing this information. So I'm going to be sharing 5 mistakes, 5 key mistakes that every single lady should avoid while in a dating relationship to be successful in that relationship. So the number one mistake to avoid while in a dating relationship is do not get close to your partner's in-laws. Like, you know, you are dating someone, like you are not already in agreement to marry this person. You know, dating relationships, sometimes people make the mistake of not understanding what dating relationship is about. Dating relationship is a place where you get information, like you are not certain about this relationship yet. You don't know if you are going to marry this person or not. You are still trying to understand this person, even though you are in love. Like physically the person is attractive, like you like the person's presence and you like to, you know, deal with this person or to communicate with the person, but it is not yet a marriage. So that's why it's important to take your time. So while in a dating relationship as a single lady, you don't have to necessarily get along or get so close to your partner's parents, family members, siblings, getting close to them to, create that fellowship or that relationship with them is not necessary. I see ladies who make this mistake, and of course, it costs a lot because when you finally want to leave the relationship, you will struggle with that. Not every dating relationship would work for you. So while in a dating relationship, understand the purpose of dating. Dating is there so that you will figure out who works for you and who doesn't work for you. You will understand if this person is going to fit into your life. Because I believe you should probably be dating someone because you want to marry the person or you want to have a future with the person. Like no one should be wasting their time with a relationship they are not ready to, build on or build with. So it's important to leave some boundaries, leave some space. Like when you are dating the person, don't get into knowing the person's mother, father, siblings, uncles, and knowing all of them just because you got into a relationship with their child or their brother or their sister. Always remember that you need that space so that you can put your head together. I've seen people who got into a relationship, a dating relationship, they couldn't get themselves out again. Like they find it difficult to get themselves out because they had that quick bond with the siblings of their partner, and it's not necessary. So if you really want to be in love, like you want to love someone, you really want to, remember that you came there for the person, you didn't come there for the whole family. Besides, you are not going to marry the whole family. You're not going to marry the sisters, the brothers, the mother, and the siblings. That like they are not your reason of coming into the relationship. So it's important to create your boundaries, have your space when you are in love with someone. Don't go and throw yourself into the whole family and start building personal relationships with them. It's okay to be in good terms with them. Like, it's fine to have that, they know you maybe in person, that if you even care about them knowing you. For me personally, I believe that it's important to just be on your own while you are dating the man. I remember when I was in a dating relationship. Of course, I didn't carry myself into my partner's siblings and all that, because I know it's not necessary. Some people create that bond, and after they are done creating that bond, they struggle with letting go when they finally discover that the relationship wasn't going to favor them or work for them. And I don't think it's necessary. Like, you need your boundaries, you need your space, you need to enjoy yourself and decide on whether to continue the relationship or not. So another mistake that I see ladies make while in a dating relationship is not praying for God's divine revelation over the man. Like, when you are in, um, I don't know if you can hear me, like my mic is on. When you are in a relationship, you should understand that it's important to pray for the man you want. Like, you don't just get into a relationship because the person is just perfectly loving you, or you feel like the person is giving you what you want. You just settle for the person and keep on, investing and hoping that that is how the marriage is going to be. Like, a dating stage of relationship, like I said earlier, is a time of discovery, is a time to find out if this person is going to work for you. Nevertheless, sometimes you may not discover everything, because you see people who dated for a long time, like they had a long term relationship and they ended up getting married and still began to see some certain things that they never expected or they never saw earlier in the relationship. And the reason this happens is that, change is constant. Sometimes you can actually date someone for like 2 years or even much more than that, and when you finally get into marriage, you begin to see a different person, and you will be wondering if you are really with the right person. Like, what happened? Could it be that the person has been hiding themselves, like they've been hiding themselves for the past years you were in a relationship with them? But it is not so. You have to understand that when you are dating someone, it's so different from when marriage is on. Like, marriage comes with a different experience from dating and from courtship and all that. It comes from a total different experience, because the experiences are so different. In marriage, you have children to deal with, you have responsibilities, you have commitments, you have a lot of things that you would be facing, like, is real. So you can't afford to have the same experience you were having when you are just single all by yourself. You have less things to care about. So change is constant. So it is very possible that you can get married to someone today and tomorrow the person changes or the person becomes a different person altogether. That is one thing you must understand about dating stage of relationship. So it is not a time to, just go ahead and accept a marriage proposal just because the person is nice to you. It's important to always give God the space, give God that place of looking ahead for you, finding out if this person is going to work for you or not, because God knows our end from our beginning. So you can't afford to just blindly get into marriage with someone you don't even know. Of course, there is no how you're going to know the person, know your partner so well today. Like, you can't predict what people will do. You can't predict what people are going to do to you, or how they're going to manage you in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years, or in the next 10 years. Yeah. So as people get on with their several unique experiences, that is how they change, and it makes them, become a different person. And, of course, people keep getting along with life, and as life keeps happening to people, they also are changing and becoming a different person as well. So when you are in a dating relationship, don't make the mistake of not praying that God reveal who that person is, or God help you to know if this relationship is going to work out. No matter how nice, even the nicer the person gets to you, the nicer your partner gets to you in a dating relationship, the more time, like the more more reason why you should pray that God reveal who they are, because you could blindly get into a marriage thinking that this person loves you so much. And I do understand that people who turn into something else later in relationships are mostly nice, like they are too nice at the initial stage of the relationship. So God, who knows your end from your beginning, will go a long way to reveal who that person is to you, or what the person is likely to do later in the relationship. So another mistake that ladies should carefully avoid while in a dating relationship is rushing into commitment. Like, you need to take your time to understand your compatibility and be intentional with building trust. Like, you can't just rush into someone's life and immediately you start committing. Like, commitment is something, is very expensive. I don't know for people, commitment is expensive. So when you get into a relationship, you don't just open up everything and you begin to promise the person about how you're going to be there for them and begin to spend your money, spend everything, spend your time, and pour in everything you have. It's something that should take time. Like when you get to know someone, no matter how much you trust them initially, just know that trust is built over time. Like trust is very expensive. You have to really be sure that this person has been tried, like you have really checked them very well and understand that they have what it takes to be, to fit into your life. So early commitment or rushing into commitment will always backfire. Like it will always get back to you the way you don't like it. So it's important to not give in so much at the early stage of the relationship, which is the dating stage of relationship as a single lady. Ladies are kind of very soft beings, and you can't just be careless about your emotions, your feelings, just by being so quick at committing to a relationship you just got into. So even if you know the person's family, or you feel like this person is so godly, or this person has what it takes to take care of you or to keep you, you just try as much as you can to be sure that you don't commit so quick to that relationship. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time and take your time. Experience the person. Give room to experience the person, because when you experience the person, you will get to know who the person is, and that will help you to know the level of commitment you should give. Of course, the dating stage of relationship is a place of trial, so you can't be committing yourself, your money, your emotions, and everything when you have not really tried the person. So trying the person while in a dating relationship is so important. So it's not a place of commitment. You know what I mean by commitment. Commitment doesn't mean that you will not call the person on the phone. Of course, you should call the person, you should check on the person, you should care for the person. Commitment means that you are throwing yourself. Maybe you are having sex with the person. Sex is a level of commitment. It's a higher level of commitment. Of course, it is required in marriage. Or you are throwing in all the money you've got, you're spending on the person. Anything that is taken from you, you are investing in the person. That is what commitment is. And you are doing it consistently and committedly, like constantly you are putting in. That is a commitment. It is costly, like you are committing to the person. Because if the relationship fails at the end of the day, of course, you wouldn't like what you have. You wouldn't like yourself. You wouldn't like the experience you've gotten. So, another mistakes that I want to encourage single ladies to not be a part of while in a dating relationship is staying in a toxic relationship. Actually, I already have a video on this toxic relationship, like how to identify the toxic relationship, or how to know or signs of a toxic relationship. I have a video on that, and you have to check my channel to find that video. I don't know if it's there yet unlisted. I'm going to unlist that video so that you see that video. It's so important. So you can't just afford to be in a toxic relationship while you are in dating. Like so many ladies make this mistake. They say they are in love. They are in love, so they can't, forget about him because the guy keeps coming back. Like when a man keeps coming back to you, and you feel like you are so much in love with him, like you are dealing with a relationship that is unhealthy. An unhealthy relationship is simply a toxic relationship, and you cannot deal with that. Trust me. So while in a dating relationship, is a time to figure out if this person is healthy enough to be with you. If you find out that the person is a little bit toxic, or you started experiencing some level of toxicity in that relationship, you simply have to do away with such a relationship. So don't make that mistake of dating someone and you are in a toxic relationship or unhealthy relationship. It's never going to favor you. It can only take from you. And after taking from you, it is never going to leave anything for you as well. So, okay, the fifth mistake I want to talk about here, the fifth mistake that ladies make while in a dating relationship is being so dependent. I don't know if you have a question, please simply drop the question. I will want to talk about it. Like I have my friend here, MD Salman. I don't know. Fitness world. Hello, everybody. Like I can see you if you can see me. Yeah, I can see your comments, and thank you for joining once again. So, like I was saying, I've been talking about the dating mistakes that ladies, single ladies, should carefully avoid. Like I want them to really avoid. Okay. Hello. Gerard Way, I can see you. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this discussion. I can see guys here, but you can share this video to your ladies. I feel they would need the content I'm sharing here. So back to my discussion, I was talking about mistakes that single ladies should avoid while in a dating stage of relationship. So number 5 of it is being dependent. Mm. Now, this is when your happiness is fully vested on a guy, like you're waiting for a man or your partner to make you happy. You want to feel good only when your partner is feeling good, or you want to smile only when you know, they are smiling, or you are overly depending on them in the areas that has to do with your finances, your money, how you get your money, how you do your things. Like there are people like that. When they are in a relationship, they cannot be happy except if their partner is happy. And when ladies do that, of course, that is a big mistake because it means that you are easily giving room to what we call abusive relationship. And I don't think you can handle that. So when you are in a relationship with a man, ensure that you are not overly dependent on him. Like you are not expecting him to make you happy, to condition your feelings. So you have to choose your feelings wisely. Choose how you want to feel. Choose what you want to feel. Like you can simply live your life even though you are in a relationship with a guy. So most ladies make the mistake of expecting their guy to give them all the money they need. If your man doesn't give you the money, you cannot get something for yourself. You cannot take care of you. You are just depending on him. In fact, that is giving room to manipulation. That is giving room to, you giving yourself to someone even when the person is not asking for it. So being dependent on someone's, like overly dependent, is not healthy. It's not a healthy way of relating with someone. It's important you take note of this. Okay, you should have a life even while in a relationship so you won't be a victim of abuse. Yeah, have a life even while you're in a relationship, because that's how and where it all begins. Like people complain of abusive relationship, but they are the ones giving room to that. You don't need that kind of experience, trust me. So build yourself in such a way that you can be dependent. Without the person, you can, self-dependency is a way of escaping unnecessary abuse that people experience in relationship. So now the sixth thing I want to talk about here, which is another thing that mistakes that I want ladies to avoid while in a dating relationship. Like these mistakes are things that people make like constantly, ignorantly, a lot of times, and it gets them into trouble. So you have to take note of this. So number 6 is neglecting communication issues. Like when you are in a relationship with a guy as a single lady, and you notice that there is no flow of communication. Like it's so real, like you've tried. I don't mean when someone is busy. Like there are some people who are, doing some kind of jobs that are quite busy. Like you have to understand their schedule. So take time to understand the person's schedule. Don't conclude on the person and say that the person doesn't have time for you just because the person is not constantly calling and checking on you. Remember, you're not the only thing the person is thinking about or the guy is thinking about. So everyone has their businesses, they have their daily tasks, they have their jobs and the stuff they want to do. So if you check the person's schedule, maybe the person's kind of job takes them like 3 hours in a day or 4 hours. So know when they are free, like their free times. These are times when you should expect them to check on you. Not always. Like someone can actually be so stressed or so carried away by something else. But when it becomes a regular occurrence that the person doesn't check on you, doesn't call you, there's no flow of communication, of course, something is wrong with that relationship. And of course, you shouldn't make the mistake of thinking that this person is still for you. Another thing is when a guy you are dating is always interested in what he has to say. As a single lady, take note of this mistake. Like you're always with this guy, and all he does is just to talk about what he wants to achieve. So I'm back. Some people are like that, and trust me, it doesn't really make sense when they do that. When you are in a relationship with someone and the person is not always, giving you room to talk your mind, to say what you think about something, then something is truly wrong with the person. And you shouldn't make the mistake of trusting wholly into such a one. So while in a dating relationship with a guy, please, ladies, understand that someone who don't have time for you or someone who don't give room to hear you out, to hear what you have to say, of course, the person is not healthy for you and you shouldn't be in such relationship. That's important, right? Hello. I hope I still have my audience here. Where are you? Where is all of you? I need your comments. I need to see what you think. So, and like I said, I was talking about flow of communication. So, flow of communication is so important for a healthy relationship. So, know exactly how the person is willing to communicate with you. Like, nobody is that busy. Like, no matter how busy someone is, at least one time, like once in a day, the person has what it takes to check on you. And when they are not doing that, it means that the person is not really interested in you. And of course, you should just respect yourself, or just simply create a boundary, or start working on your heart early enough to not bother yourself in case if the relationship don't work out. So it's important you take that. Is of course a red flag. Like these things I'm talking about are red flags you can actually see in a dating relationship. And if you don't take note of these things personally and choose what works for you, you may stand to regret that relationship later. So the next mistake I have here that I wouldn't want single ladies to make while in a dating relationship is overlooking spiritual adjustments, like spiritual adjustment, like sorry, I mean overlooking spiritual alignment. Like when you are in a dating relationship, you shouldn't overlook the fact that you need to work with somebody who agrees with your religion, your faith, because you are trying to work out a future with this person. And of course, if you're going to work out a future with someone, you can't do that with someone who doesn't understand your faith, who doesn't believe in you. It is when you are in a relationship with someone who understands you that you are going to have a healthy discussion, a healthy understanding, perspective, and all that. So don't go into or don't continue a relationship where your faith is different, like your spiritual alignment is is having some issues. Like marry someone who you align with when it has to do with your faith, your religion, your the god you want to believe in. It's so important. So while in a dating relationship, dating stage of the relationship as a lady is so early, like it's a time to decide early, because now when you are finally in a guy's life, like I said before, that your dating stage of relationship is where you find out all these things. So you shouldn't close your eye in the aspect of your spiritual alignment. Your spiritual alignment is so important. It is not a place to take your eyes off. It's important to know exactly what you want and what should work for you. And spiritual alignment is what you shouldn't go over. So it should be same religion, same denomination, for better. Of course, this is going to help you for better flow of understanding and perspective. Religion, faith shapes our understanding, our perspective. So when you are in a relationship with someone, at the dating stage is a time to be sure that you are really aligning with this person. If you are not, it's a time to just, come on, you just have to make the decision quick to just move away or just find something that works for you, because faith is a serious business when it has to do with people's life. So while in a dating relationship as a single lady, please do not neglect the fact that the spiritual alignment is so important. If possible, the person should come with you to go to the same church or to the same place where you are fellowshipping your God with, because that is going to help a healthy relationship that you are building. Okay, number eight. The number eight here I wrote about settling for the less. As a single lady, you are in a dating relationship because you just want to be nice to this person. Like I keep seeing this thing on Facebook where guys pretend to be poor or pretend to be a nobody, and want to use that as a trial to test if the girl is going to fall for him and love him as he is. Honestly, I don't understand that. I keep wondering why people are doing that. Like, why would you disguise yourself to see if the lady loves you? What if she falls in love with the poor you and don't necessarily like the rich or wealthy you later? That's what everybody thinks that, you are loved when you are wealthy. Someone can be in love with your wealth or whatever and want to relate with you on a personal level, removing what you have. So understand that settling for the less is something you shouldn't do. If you are, I'm fine, I'm fine. Thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for joining me. So understand that settling for the less is really your choice. You shouldn't just get into someone's life trying to pity the person. Like the place of pity should be overruled. You shouldn't marry someone you pity, someone you are forcing yourself to put yourself into a slim jacket that you cannot put yourself in just to prove your point. Like, it's not necessary. So whatever you are accepting from the man, like you want to, show him that you love him by, bringing down your levels, please be sure that it is something you can deal with, because you are likely to continue doing that for the rest of your life. That is if you end up marrying the person or going saying I do to the person. So while in a dating relationship, don't try to be too nice or overly nice and forget yourself, or you are living outside yourself, or you are struggling within yourself to please this person or to suit into this person's life. It's not necessary. So go with what you can handle. If you can't do this, if you can't live if you can't live with someone who doesn't have money, or someone who cannot do this or that, just simply explain yourself and tell the person you can't do this and walk away. So as a single lady in a dating stage of relationship, understand that you need a man you can work with. You need someone you can align with, not necessarily someone who you are going to be, trying to please out of struggle or out of pain, or, someone that isn't going to work for you. Okay, Casio, welcome. Welcome all of you that joined my channel. Please, I'd like you to share this video to your girls, like your girlfriends and your baby friends. Because this video, I especially prepared it for the ladies that are in a dating relationship, because I want to keep you informed. And for my guys, those of you that are here, I'm going to prepare a live video again to meet with you. I do hope that this video impacts a lot of people that join me in this channel. So my channel is about relationship talks. I help you to build a healthy relationship, help you to build a healthy spiritual life, a healthy life as well, emotional well-being, mental health, those things that make you who you are. So I'm a life coach, so I help you to get better. You can talk to me on the comment section if you have any question, or you feel like you want me to discuss a topic that you are interested in. I'm going to connect with you. And if you're going through stuff, emotional heartbreak, breakup, divorce, and all that, that is why my channel is here, to be a blessing to you, to help you navigate those struggles that you can't deal with all by yourself. I'm here. I'm Esther Christian. Please, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please, I need you to subscribe to my channel. And also visit my channel as well to see my videos and choose the kind of videos you like, and write me. Remember to always drop a comment on the comment section. So these are the, I actually made mention of five mistakes that ladies shouldn't make while they are in a dating relationship. But here I mentioned like 8 of them, and it's funny, right? That's how passionate I am to impact in your life, to make you feel more blessed than you ever were. So if you have any question, please, I'd like to see them. Like, I can see your comments here, and I'm glad you showed up. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for joining me live. Thank you for joining me live. And I am happy that you came. Thank you for watching. So I'll be going off right now and to meet you again, because I have some other things to do. Thank you. God bless you. I'm Esther Christian. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.